Okay, we're ready to wire and install the air filtration unit here in my shop. If you missed the build video, I'll put a link down in the description back to Jay's channel so you can watch that video first. The things that we need to finish is to install a junction box with a plastic grommet for the wires to come through. And then also we'll wire up two switches, one of which is a three-way switch, high, low. Going to use this as a toggle. And then we have a programmable timer with an on-off manual switch on the front. But the first thing I need to do is clean off the area where this thing is going to be installed. Okay, I got this whole area up here cleaned off. I'm ready to put the unit in place. But first I need to take this access cover off, take the motor out so it's lighter for me to put it up there. And it shouldn't be a problem once I get the box, the carcass up there. I can put the motor back in, put the access panel back on, and do my wiring from the back side. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, now that we've got the access cover off, the motor and the filters out, this is a lot lighter. So now I can manage this by myself to put it in its place. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just put in a junction box. I've already knocked out the hole that I want to use. I bought the one with the ears on it because I thought we were going to do something else, but I'm just going to go ahead and use it since I've got it. I don't have another one to use. So what I'm going to do is put this plastic grommet in there in this hole, and then I'll slide these wires through this, and this will kind of hold the wires in place. Okay, now I've got the wires pulled through. Now I'm just going to attach the junction box to the air filtration unit. Okay, we've got that in place. Now all I need to do is just make the connections. I'm not going to go over the specifics on how to wire this because every blower is different and everybody's setup is different. Not everybody's going to have the same setup as I have. So I'm going to go ahead and get this wired, and then we'll come back and we'll go to the switches. Okay, I've got all the wiring done. I've got the wires tucked into my box. And now I'm just going to stick a label on here so I'll know where it is in the breaker panel, just in case I'm not the one working on this. Okay, now that I've got this done, all the wiring's complete at the box, I'm going to move down to the switches and put in the two switches that we talked about. Okay, so now we're going to install the switches that we had talked about earlier. Okay, I'm done wiring up the switches now. The one on this side is the three-way that I mentioned. I just simply wired it up for a high and a low. And the one on this side is the digital programming switch, which I can program it to come on different hours of the day, different days of the week. If I come into the shop and just want to turn it on manually, I just press the lid, and then I can turn it off again by pressing the lid again. And then when I turn it off, it goes back to regular programming mode. So I'll label this cover here. Slide the filters in, we'll turn the breaker on, and then we'll turn it on and see how it sounds. There is one last thing that I want to do. I want to take some small scrap pieces and install around the bottom edge of each corner. Basically just to keep it from shifting around, and also as a reference of where it needs to go if I were to take the box down for any reason. I always have trouble finding small pieces of wood. Okay, well I did find some small pieces of scrap, so I'm going to screw these down like I just mentioned, and then we'll test it out. Okay, so I've got the blocks of wood installed, and as you can see, it's just 2 pieces of wood that meet at the corner here, and I've got the same thing on the opposite corner, and basically this just acts as a clamp just to keep it from moving around because it's too close to the ceiling to hang, and I just didn't want it to shift around, so this will keep it in place. Okay, I don't know how well you could hear that, but I'm gonna try it again. The unit is about 3 feet from you and then right above my head. So let's just try it again. All right, that's on low. All right, I'm gonna go to high. It's a little bit louder. Just curious to see how loud the air filtration on high and the dust collection is together. Hang on. I'm going to turn the dust collection on now with the air filtration on high. Really not that bad. I mean, I can carry on a conversation with somebody in here with this running. Okay, just for kicks, I'm going to turn it on low with the dust collection and see if it's any different. Okay, honestly, I can't even really hear the air filtration. I can just a little bit, but with the dust collection on, it's hardly even noticeable. So that's good. Okay, so it's not that bad, and I can feel the breeze in here. That's a good thing. I want it to circulate. I want it to clean the air. The main thing for this air filtration system is just part of my dust collection. I want cleaner air. I want to be healthier in the shop, especially with my 3 boys, you know, wanting to be out here with me and just wanting a complete system. I don't want to just do some things and stop. I want to do all I can to, you know, eliminate the dust, especially in my lungs. So great project. I highly recommend, if you don't have one of these, to build one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, like I said before, if you did not catch the build video, there is a link in the description to Jay's channel. Go check out the build. And thank you for coming by. See you next time.